some of the worst people. Adolf Hitler. I feel like Adolf Hitler was a natural starting point for this video. And honestly, his atrocities and crimes against humanity don't really need a explanation. But I do feel it's important to reiterate exactly how evil this man was. However, did you know that there's a very likely chance the car that you may drive on a daily basis exists because of Hitler? Let me explain. During the 1930s, Hitler wanted a lot of things. One of those things was affordable vehicles for every German family. He wanted a car that could haul a family, some luggage, and also be affordable and reliable. He wanted a car for the people, a people's car. And you probably already see where this is going. If you don't, people's car in German translates to Volkswagen. And in 1937, Volkswagen was established in Wolfsburg, Germany. Just for a bit of context, cars were an extreme luxury at this point in time. And roughly only 1 of every 50 Germans actually had a vehicle. Most people either had a bicycle at best or their feet at worst. So this plan for widespread affordable vehicles was rather ambitious, and for that reason took a lot of initiative and effort. And one man who put a lot of effort into this Volkswagen project was Ferdinand Porsche, a man we'll discuss later. At this time, Ferdinand was a well-known automotive engineer, and he was the person who created the initial design for the Volkswagen Beetle, a car that would go on to change the world. But the progress of this vehicle and the project wasn't linear, because although Hitler had this initiative and was pushing this messaging, and Ferdinand was developing this prototype vehicle, once 1939 came around, car production came to a halt, and tank production was the sole focus of almost every factory producing moving automotive products. But that's kind of where the good ends in this entire situation, because the more onion layers you peel back, the more dark it actually gets. Because for starters, although Hitler really wanted to have affordable vehicles, that goal was never met by Hitler. And Volkswagen's success isn't really attributed to Hitler, it's actually attributed to the British who took over the project after World War II, because they essentially allowed Volkswagen to live on. After the war had ended, there was a bit of a debate whether or not Volkswagen was a consumer automobile company or a war production facility. And depending on what these factories were classified as would drastically change the outcome, because if this was a war production facility, then it could be dismantled by the British, and tools and machines could actually be taken as war reparations. After the war, it was up to the British to try to decide new management. And to put it briefly, the British didn't want Volkswagen. The British called Henry Ford to see if he wanted Volkswagen for free. He didn't want Volkswagen. And because nobody really wanted Volkswagen, a man named Heinrich Nordhoff, who was a German engineer, had the opportunity to rebuild the brand with the ambitious plan. And while there was a lot of post-war rules around German production, as far as Volkswagen is concerned, the rest is history. And the Volkswagen Beetle was a massive success. And Volkswagen is a car manufacturer, and the Volkswagen Group are massive entities to this day. And if you want a bit of a morbid laugh, go to the Volkswagen wiki page. It takes about 1 scroll to start seeing pictures of Hitler. But like I said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, because when the initial Volkswagen project was happening, the Nazis didn't hire just anybody to build these concept cars. No, they used slave labor. And it's reported that the Nazis used over 15,000 slaves from different concentration camps to provide the manpower for the